I would refer anyone I love and anyone in my life to Rosie. It's a little scary, first of all, making such a big change, especially for a sustained period of time, whether it's 3 months or 6 months. But it's truly an investment in yourself. And the biggest takeaway that I've had from my experience with Rosie is that the tools and the methods that we've worked on consistently for almost 6 months now, the motivation isn't coming from being accountable to someone. The motivation is now coming from within. Throughout the coaching experience, while at first it might be being accountable to someone else, transitioning that accountability over and motivation over to yourself and coming from within. And that is the greatest thing that I will take away for a lifetime, and why I would recommend her to any of my family or friends. In addition to losing 30 pounds and everything that comes along with that, the biggest change has just been in my mindset and how I feel on a daily basis. I have so much more energy, so I feel like I'm really living my life to the fullest. And Rosie has me go through and check off small goals each week. And the practice of doing that, I think, has really increased my confidence in all areas of life because I have a lot more discipline than I thought I did. I have been achieving goals that I set forward, and that not only carries into fitness and healthy eating, it really carries into all areas of life. I don't respond well to criticism when I maybe fall off or make a mistake. And I think the thing that has really allowed me to make these permanent changes is Rosie being so supportive and helping me through those moments rather than kind of telling me what I did wrong. It's more, how are we going to move forward? How are we going to address this the next time this comes up? And it's okay. Like, you will have cheat meals, and that's good. You should have cheat meals. And having someone who's so in my corner and supportive and really my cheerleader more than someone who's criticizing me has been hugely important. And I don't think I would have responded well at all to that type of coaching. So I think in that way, Rosie and I really were a great fit. Other than, I just really enjoy speaking with Rosie on a weekly basis and kind of talking about the week ahead. I think what I like is the real world applicability of our conversations. We talk through each day that's coming up in the week, what my work schedule looks like, what my social plans are, and adjust my plans to make sure that I'm staying on track. It's not just like some theoretical diet or fitness plan. It's literally like, okay, on Wednesday, you're going to be busy in the morning, so let's fit in your exercise in the afternoon. And that's been really, really helpful in keeping me on track and making sure that I have made these changes consistent and into a lifestyle rather than just staying with an exercise plan for a week or two. I have dieted on and off for all of my adult life. I would be on track for a few weeks and then I would fall off, and the cycle would continue over and over. And I just hit a point where I wanted to make a permanent change, but in a healthy and sustainable way. So I did some research and I came across an article about accountability coaches, and a girl wrote about how successful her experience was with one. So I decided to look for an accountability coach for myself. And luckily, I found Rosie, and I decided to commit to 6 months and really invest in myself because I wanted to change my lifestyle and my eating habits for good. And like anything else in life, whether it's a manager or a parent or anything like that, having someone you're accountable to really helps keep me on track when I'm looking to reach certain goals. So it felt like a really good fit. And once I met Rosie, I thought that we would work really well together, and we have. I think my biggest hesitation was, am I actually ready to change? I think for me, and probably for a lot of people, food is really connected to coping with stress and emotions, and change can be really scary. And having someone you're accountable to means that you are accountable to making that change. So I think that was scary and that was a hesitation. But the great thing about Rosie is that she really made room for me to talk about those feelings. And we talked through real life situations in the week ahead and how I could deal with those emotions and in a healthy way rather than turning to unhealthy habits and removing triggers and things like that.